Explore Seoul with this guide to the real locations of K-pop demon hunters. In K-pop demon hunters, viewers visit a fantasy world where an evil ruler named Gwi-Ma feeds on people's souls, and humanity's best protection is the singing voices of 3 demon hunters and K-pop icons. Obviously, much of that magical universe only exists in animation, but there are several real locations reimagined in the movie that any mortal can explore on a trip to Seoul, South Korea. 2. Inform how they represented this stunning version of Seoul on screen. K-pop demon hunters. Artistic leadership visited locations across Korea, and art director Wendell Dalit made sure his crew studied photos from the trip. It's a fine balance between making it accurate and adding our own stylization, visual effects. Supervisor Clara Chan tells Netflix, "We started from real satellite data of Seoul to make sure the terrains were accurate, and we scattered our uniquely designed buildings procedurally throughout the city. The result was a Seoul built from data, shaped by design, and filled with the small, authentic details that made it feel real." Read on for a complete guide to the Seoul neighborhoods, landmarks, attractions, and historic sites that inspired the lovingly designed K-pop demon hunters universe. Then plan your own trip to check them out and eat your way through Korea, too, with help from our K-pop demon hunters food guide. Located in the Jongno district, this quaint neighborhood features narrow streets and architecture from the 14th century. It's here that Rumi and Jinwoo meet up for the first time. After receiving his invitation through Derpy Tiger and Sussy, Rumi arrives in Bukshin Hanok ready to attack. Jinwoo dodges repeated slashes from her sword, and then questions the demon hunter about her patterns and even divulges his own secrets. The two return to these tiled rooftops later, and Rumi admits that confiding in Jinwoo has healed her voice. Together, they sing free, while wandering through and levitating above the picturesque landscape. Spanning the Han River, Cheongdam Bridge connects the Gwangjin and Gangnam districts via the Seoul subway. Atop one of the speeding trains, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe fight demons while arguing about which song to perform at the Idol Awards the next day, and why Rumi has been acting so strange. As they cross the river, annihilating the swarm of demons falling from a huge tear in the Han Moon, the 3 begin to sing their new diss track, Takedown. Coex K-pop Square features a wraparound LED screen, so large that it makes videos appear 3-dimensional. Both Huncha/X and Saja Boys get that 3D treatment in K-pop demon hunters. When Rumi surprises fans and her bandmates by dropping their new single Golden, it's projected in Coex K-pop Square. Later, following the disastrous Idol Awards, Jinwoo and the boys show up on screen to announce a special live performance. They claim it's meant to cheer up fans after Huncha/X's shocking public breakup, but it'll actually just draw more souls for Gwi-Ma to feast on. It makes sense to extend the invitation via this giant digital billboard, as it draws thousands of visitors every day and constantly broadcasts K-pop hits, which explains the name. This former royal palace dates back to 1395, when it was home to the Joseon dynasty, and the movie gives us a glimpse of how, in animated form, it may have looked back then. During his first one-on-one meeting with Rumi in Bukshin Hanok village, which happens to be located close to the palace, and was established in the same historical period, Jinwoo reveals how he first came under Gwi-Ma's control 400 years ago. Back then, Jinwoo and his family lived in extreme poverty, so the demon ruler convinced him to sell his soul. After making the devilish deal, the Korean royal court took notice of Jinwoo's voice, and he and his family were invited to move onto the Gyeongbokgung Palace grounds. That story ends tragically, but the palace itself is still one of Korea's most visited tourist attractions.